Hello everyone, hope you're well. Welcome to week 3 of learning to drive without the HUD on Train Sim World 3, Southeastern High Speed. We're back in the class 375 on the 1 Sierra 24 service, taking it as far as Faversham. Again, like last week, when not stopping at Newington or Tinham. Uh, But what you will notice is slightly different is this is I've got 12 cars rather than the 8 we've had the past 2 weeks. I was tempted to not do it, but the 12 cars will add a little bit of a challenge and hopefully get us in sort of good stead and for being able to do this a little bit better without the HUD. Uh, Before we set off, what did we learn last week? A couple of things. Raynham does not have approach control, which I initially thought. Or if it does, it's not always there. We've got the junction for the Sheerness branch, which is a good place to start thinking about slowing down for Sittingbourne. And then as we're getting it close to Faversham, we've got the level crossing with the 90 speed board. We actually want to slow down to 75 and then 60 relatively quickly at that point. So a couple of things to take on board for today's run. So let's get started. Right, let's just get me safety systems and everything set up, and then I'll switch everything off. Okay, do this in the right order. Where are you? There you go. And neutral. Get people there on board. Day running, that's good. Right, that is everything's set up. And so don't pause it. Oh, there we go. Everything is off. Right. This is where the fun begins. Look at all that train. I've got to take all this train all the way down to Faversham with no HUD. What a challenge, but a challenge I am very much looking forward to. Again, like I did last week, I've taken a photo of the schedule, and so that I know what we're doing. We are due to depart. Well, now 10:23:30, and we're due at 10:26:30. So our passengers should have had enough time to get on board. Let's get the doors closed. There we go. Right, into forwards and go. I think I forgot to do that last time when we set off. Never mind. Alright, green signal. Marvellous. Off we go to Chatham. We'll keep a close eye on things. No, that's braking. So it's not always quite so easy to see exactly what notch you've got the power handle in. But it's fine. It's all good. We'll get there. Actually, we can't really spend too much time outside with the external camera. We can be something like that, which it can help. It does take away the sense of speed that you get, which is fine. It just depends how you want to play it. We'll try and keep it largely like this. Got a bit of power on. It just makes it, when you're zoomed in, it's a bit easier to read what speed you're doing. I think this is a slight uphill section. Looks like we've got a green signal there. Yes, we must be uphill because we're slowing down. You do have to really watch and see what the train is doing to work out if you've possibly got the power handle in a brake position or Accelerate. Oh, we've got this at a 395. Yeah, got a 395 there. Right, where we, of course, it's just hampering my view in terms of seeing where the stop marker is. Alright, we've got a yellow signal up ahead. I think I'm going to want a bit more brake. Oh, see, we are slightly heavier than what I've been used to. It's probably not too bad a stop. Right, find some PIS somewhere. Where are we? There we are. Right, 10:26:15. We're going to say that we arrived, which is grand. We're a little bit early. 10:27 is our departure time, which is fine. So we'll just keep an eye on that. And we should be good. They get about 30 seconds to get on and off, so we know that that circle that we can't see currently would have finished by now. Let's just start getting the doors shut. Back down with the camera. Oh, there was some there as well. Could have used that bit. Never mind. Yeah, it's probably not a bad. Did I see the stop marker? Maybe I didn't. Anyway, we need to go. I've got a double yellow. So at least we know that the next signal is going to be yellow. We just don't know if the next one is going to be a single or double. What we are... one good thing, though, is that at this sort of speed, we can stop in between signals. Whereas if we were going sort of 60, 70 miles an hour, depending how close the signals are to each other, we possibly wouldn't. Right, that's a single. So that tells me the next one is red. So we will call along, because what's going to happen is we don't know how far away the next signal is. And of course what we don't know is if it's possibly changed colour as well. So we're having to do this on site, and the fact that we're going round a corner. So this is probably something that you might be able to do more once you've really learned the route, which is learning where the different signals are. That's I say that's not something I'm going to worry too much about. It's more a case of just don't go through the red. So that's that single yellow. Yeah, right. Let's go for it. Oh, it's turned to double yellow now. Right, we can go for it. So we're good. I remember that we are in a 50. That's telling me that we're going into a 60, which is grand. We're all good. It's like I say, the more you play the route, learning where all the signals are, that's going to take a lot longer. And so not too worried about where the signals are. It's more, where the stations are, where the speed limit changes are, and being able to not lose too many points by driving without the HUD. It's a double yellow again. And I know that just around the corner is Gillingham, just there. So we want to be on the brakes. I might have put it into notch 3 there, actually. Yeah, notch 3 was just a bit harsher than I needed. Knock that down to notch 1. And we'll have a kind of smooth stop. I'm just going to zoom in to check the signal ahead. It's a double yellow, which is fine. And it's turned to green, which is perfect. Just wanted to check because if it was red, then you need to be really, really careful not to overshoot. Because if you do overshoot, you're then going to have gone through a red signal. Oh, stop, stop, stop. There we go. Right. We have arrived. When I find the PIS, need a bigger clock in the cab. That's what I need. Right, here we go. So 10:31. I think we're slightly late. Slightly. Gillingham 10:30. They need a minute, so we can't really leave until about 32. So we are slightly behind, and then we're due at Rainham at 10:36. So we'll try and make a quick departure, and then hopefully, if we get lucky with the signals, we will be on time to Rainham. Actually, this is slightly more of a challenge because we do have the 12 cars, but it's fine. We'll make it work. We will make it work somehow. Right, I'm going to say we're probably safe to get the doors shut. There we go. Right then, green signal. Let's go. Hopefully that means that we're likely to get mostly greens down to Rainham now. Though there is probably something ahead of us. I'm just hoping it's now far ahead enough that it's going to have stopped at Rainham, and then we'll have cleared Rainham for when we get there. That's what I'm hoping. So we've got a 60 limit, 60 mile an hour limit. So we'll keep a note of that in the back of my head. Green signal. Quick look at the 465 on the right at the sidings. Right, we're approaching the 60. There we go, that should be about right. I think we do get an increased speed limit coming up. Possibly. But for now we're in the 60. Green signal, and that tells me 80. I'm just going to guess when the back of the train is going to be past the speed board. I reckon we've probably cleared it by now. So let's go for it. We've got a bit of time to make up. So it is... I've got no chance of reading that. No chance. Right. Keep focus. Green signal. So we're good. I've got the 80 limit. Just to keep reminding myself. And yeah, should be smooth sailing to Rainham, which I think is actually just coming up. Because I think I made a note of it being round the corner, signal Rainham. Is it? Is it? Is that Rainham coming up? I'm going to be annoyed if it isn't, I'll be honest. I think that's kind of what I was looking at, which is what I'm zooming in. No. Yeah. I think it's probably more look for the footbridge. Yeah, because there is Rainham. I'll probably slow down a little bit earlier than I needed to. So, yeah, it's more look for the footbridge. Corner, signal, footbridge, slow down for Rainham. That's the sort of thing that we need to be looking at, is finding markers or something to give us an idea of sort of when to slow down. especially doing 80 miles an hour in a 12-car formation. Right, just a dab more brake. I'm going to the 465 coming in. Right, stop. That's a green signal. Minor overshoot, but it's fine. Okay, our arrival time is 10:36. Even with slowing down earlier than I needed to, we still managed to make up the time there. So we leave at 10:36:30, and then we are due at Sittingbourne 10:43. That's fine. Can poke about over here for a moment. Right, we said 10:36:30. So here's hoping everyone who wants to get on is on. Let's crack the window open. It's a nice summer's day. Okay, so we are in the 80 zone. So I can go up to 80. That was a green signal. Off we go. I'll have a bit of my drink. So, again, what we learnt last week, we've got the junction, which is for the, I believe it's for the Sheerness branch, and that's what we use as a marker for starting to slow down for Sittingbourne, which should put us in good stead. I think I'm feeling confident. I really am on that one. Well, that's telling me we've got 60. Right. That's something that I forgot from last week, which is after Raynham we can only get up to 60. But it's fine. There we go. Just watch that. Watch as that needle doesn't go over 60. Keep a very close eye on it. Green signal, marvellous. Yeah, we're looking all right. We're looking good. I'm confident with this. If I can nail the slowing down at that level crossing that's got the 90 speed board I mentioned at the start, then it should be pretty much spot on. Pretty much anyway. Another green signal coming up. Marvellous. There we go. So obviously whatever was in front of us has gotten far enough ahead to not cause any bother now. So you want to try and keep the speed close to the 60. Just because I don't want to be crawling along and end up falling behind schedule. Come on, come on. Okay, another green signal. Thank you very much. There we go. I think we might get a higher speed limit come up if I remember correctly. Can't remember to exactly what. But yes, I think just past. Oh, yes, this is Newington. Because you've got Newington, Sittingbourne, Tinham, then Faversham. Another green signal. Marvellous. There we go, 70. So we can get it up to 70. Yeah, I might have missed a couple of whistle boards. Right, I think we're probably past it now. Go, go, go. I think that junction is probably not too far away. Oh, blimey, come on. Really feeling the weight of the train. Green signal. we've got the 12 cars compared to the 8. Amazing what difference that makes. Yeah, I think we're good. This is very much a case of sort of, oh, I missed that. Right, I've missed that sign because I was trying to look to see what. Not sure I've got the power handle in green signal. So yeah, that's it's not brilliant. So we might be speeding. I don't know. It may have just been a whistle board. It's the only thing if I chose the wrong time to have a look. We'll see what the next speed limit board says, and that will give us a bit of an indication as to whether or not we may be speeding. The green signal. Of course, it could be telling me that I could go faster. Might have been then 80. I'm not sure. We'll find out at the end. This looks like the yeah. This is the junction for Sheerness. So we'll start slowing down because just around the corner, I believe we will have a Sittingbourne. Kind of got that first junction to go down there as marker 1, and then your marker 2, and for that bit, this tells you around the corner is Sittingbourne. So depending how quickly you're going, depends on probably on which one you start braking. I've slowed down a bit earlier, which is fine, because I knew that I might be slowing down a bit sooner than I needed to. All I could remember from last time is that that junction indicates I want to think about starting to slow down. Oh, I still got it in brake, whoops. So what we need to try and remember for next week is sort of the second part of that junction, the exit, if you like. That's when we start braking. That's what we want to be doing. I might have left it a little bit late to be braking here, so I'm going to give it all the brakes. Minor overshoot, it's fine. It's a green signal, so that's okay. Right, find me PIS board. All the way down here. Right, 43, we're slightly late, but that's okay. And we are due to depart, because we were due at 40. Hang on, we were due at 43, due to leave at 44. And we, if I work this out, it was about 43, maybe 30-ish. Probably get away with leaving not too late. And then we should be good. And it's just down to Faversham, which is fine. 10:51:30 we're due at Faversham, I believe. So I'll just give it a few more seconds. Right. That will do. Doors closed. There we go. Okay. Right. Faversham. So we're looking out for the one level crossing. So we'll be going over. And it's got the barriers. It's got a 90 speed board. And we know that that is when we need to start slowing down. I'm going to say that I'm fairly confident we're in an 80 limit. So we will aim for 80. And keep an eye out for any more speed boards. Yeah, there you go, 80 down there, so we're good. Nice to have a little reminder. and hopefully we'll get to Faversham on time. And hopefully I'd have managed to not break the speed limit. Just keep an eye on the signals now, and we should be green signal, plain sailing. Should be, assuming that I can remember everything correctly. So we're definitely going to need a few more runs like this to really get things embedded in my memory. I'm kind of thinking that I don't have to worry about my speed until we get to that level crossing, I think. So we'll hope I'm right. But if I'm not, we'll see on the graph green signal when we finish that I managed to break the speed limit. Oh, it's a whistle board, that's fine. So I just really need to pay a lot of attention. And keep a close eye out for this level crossing, which I know is as we get a bit closer to Faversham. I know that the speed limit wise, we've got this, it's 90 speed board at the crossing, then it very quickly drops to 75, then drops to 60, and then that's it as we go to Faversham. What can we, let's get a bit of power in. Going to hang about. There we go. Just have to be very careful when you turn to look at the power handle, that you don't miss any signs or signals. That's telling me 85. Let's get the speed back up a bit more. There we go. I'll just try and keep it in between notch. Just use notch 1 green signal for the power and the brakes. So I can go a little bit quicker because it was an 85 limit. It was going up a bit of a hill at the moment. Don't think we're too far from the from that crossing, you know. In fact, I think this might be it. Yep, this is it. Right, down to 75, which we've done there, and then keep it going down to 60. So I'm slowing down in plenty of time, maybe. Or I thought I had it in notch 1 there. So that's us under 60. We've got a green signal there. Now again, I'm just being a bit more cautious. It might be that you can hold off until you get past the first signal. Yeah, by the time you get to the first signal after the crossing, you want to be under 75, and then you've got a little bit of time. Thank you. I wasn't acknowledging it there, to get it under 60. So maybe second whistle board. You want to be under 60? Right, that's a double yellow. So we're going to slow it down. Though that tells me the next signal is yellow. Is probably because Faversham is as far as we're taking the train, so the game just wants to make sure we're going to stop. But just in case it isn't, we will be on our best behaviour. And we'll be down at a reduced speed, especially as we're in 12 cars. Can't quite see what the time is. I think this is about our due time, but we're not too far off. That is right. That's single yellow. I think that's Faversham just up ahead. So yeah, I think all this really means is we're going to have a red signal at the end of the platform because this is where we need to stop, which is fine. Bit of gentle braking just to make sure we don't go overshooting. Okay, we're not going to the platform on the left, which has a lower speed limit, so we're fine. And again, assuming, because I think the signal is going to be really nice and close to where we need to stop. Right, a bit more brake. There we go. And a bit more again. Right, so I think I didn't quite have it in there where I thought I had it. But that's fine. That feels like a good stop to me. Yeah, and maybe ever so slightly short, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll find our IS board. Oh, we're slightly, yeah, possibly slightly late. But that's fine. I'm not sure how long we have to wait. I don't know. I might get kicked out of my seat in a moment, which is fine. Oh yeah, there we go. I've been kicked out. there we go. Right, that's not bad. 7,688 as a score. So that's decent. I think that's a slight improvement from last week. Looking at the graph, looks like we nailed it with the speed. I don't think we broke the speed limit once by the looks of that. No, beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. In terms of the speed there, that is not bad at all. And then for our punctuality and our stops, we were early at Raynham, but that's fine. A 6-yard overshoot, 10-yard overshoot at Sittingbourne, that's fine. And we were a minute late to Faversham. I'm going to put that down to the signals, because if they hadn't have done what they did, I wouldn't have slowed down quite so much. But then I think we were sort of slightly late anyway, about I think maybe 40 seconds from Sittingbourne. So yeah, had it not been for those 40 seconds, we probably would have been on time to Faversham. But all in all, I think that's a really good run. I'm pleased with that. So, like I said, Raynham has no approach control. If it does, it's not always there. Sittingbourne, the second part of the junction is where you want to start slowing down. The level crossing, as you get closer to Faversham, that's got the 90 speed board. We want to make sure we're under 75, and then once we're under 75, we've got a bit of time to get it below 60. It's not really a lot to learn, and in the grand scheme of things, I think this is actually going really well. I think this is going really well. It's just, yeah, need to be a bit careful and with, I think, getting used to having the power handle in the right place, I think that for me kind of feels like the biggest thing at the minute. And I don't know, maybe I need to have the sound turned up so I can hear the click and I can go, right, I was in notch 4, I've heard 2 clicks, therefore I'm in notch 2, and I've had another one, so I'm in notch 1, and then another one puts it in neutral or off. Maybe that's where I need to focus a bit. So perhaps I'll try doing that next time, and that might help having the sound turned up. I may have had it turned down a bit too low this time. And thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope if this is something that you're trying to do with not using the HUD, it's helped. And let me know you're getting on it in the comments. Always love to hear how you lovely people are doing. And I'll be back with another crack at this next time. Until then, take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.